So I'm making this video in regards to Kyle Bond raping Christine Fuchs, if that's how you pronounce that. Um, Kyle Bond let me know back in like Marchish of this year that he was talking to this gal, Christine, and I knew of her because we played a show in Spokane and she was there, and so I had a face to the name, but didn't meet her. And then he brought her over, and we all hung out. And I think we went over there a couple of times and hung out. And there's multiple times where we hung out, and they were obviously like a thing. And we, there might have been a time we may even stay the night at her house before what I'm about to explain happened. So, I think it had to been about like a month or so after like it was all normal, maybe a month and a half, I don't know. Kyle tells me like, oh, let me and Christine come over while I was hanging at my house. And so they came over, we're all hanging out bullshitting or whatever, and Christine brings up something of like, oh, you gotta hear what happened with Kyle last night. And I don't remember exactly how this went down, but I remember they were explaining, they both kind of chimed in on it. It was Kyle and Christine explaining to me that, I mean, they must, I'm assuming that there were sexual actions by this point in time, and they said that when they were out drinking, they came home and started having sexual interactions. And Christine explained to me about something about she felt like she blacked out for part of it and couldn't realize who Kyle was or something, and punched him or something. The story I can't remember fully, but it had to do with they're out drinking, they come back and they're having intercourse or something, and halfway through it, Christine had a weird moment, popped him in the face, and then the next day, which I think was the day when they came over to tell me about it, I think this happened the night of when they were explaining this to me, was Christine then explained to me that she thought she got date raped by somebody. And then when Kyle and her went home and had these interactions or whatever, that I don't know. And this is where I guess this whole allegation is coming from. And when this was explained to me, like they didn't explain to me like, oh my God, Kyle raped me last night. Or they were laughing when they were explaining this to me. They were together like as a thing explaining this to me, like. No one said anything about Kyle date raping her. No one. She said that night she thought someone slipped something into her drink, and Kyle was drunk as shit too. They were both just wasted. So if she did get roofied, then that's what happened with that. But there was no intention of Kyle taking advantage of her or any of that. Like when they explained it to me, it was funny. We were laughing. It was a funny thing because she punched him in the face, and she didn't have the vibe of Kyle was taking advantage of her or anything like that. Like, there was no. It was all innocent at that point in time. Like, they were together. It wasn't weird. And so, time moves on after that. Like, we still even hung out with her after that. And Kyle was still seeing her after that. Like, that. They weren't done after that weird thing. Like, they were still together, seeing each other. However, whatever they're calling it. And we even went over to her house after this whole thing happened, and like stayed the night with her, and Kyle slept in the bed with her. Like, they were still a thing. We passed out. That's when Gabriel slept on the couch, and me and my girlfriend slept on the floor. And I remember that, and that was way after this whole thing happened. And we still had times of laughing. We went and got breakfast the next morning. Like, nothing was weird. And then fast forward a little bit more, Christine and Kyle's started not, their connection started kind of crumbling. They decided they were kind of like drifting from being each other. I think there was something that happened where I think Kyle may have been seeing another girl, or something involved something where they ended up breaking up. And then literally I think it was like the next week, there's this whole thing all over the internet, and everybody saying that Kyle raped Christine, and never ever, like, it's throwing goosebumps on me now. It literally pissed me off so bad because I was there the whole time. It was like the worst thing to feel or hear about somebody. Like, I've never been involved in something like this. I wouldn't even make a video like this, but I feel like everyone is coming at this at the wrong angle. Like she went out and started just claiming an allegation of rape when there was never rape, and everyone, to the point to where our band that we're in is not even allowed in certain cities basically to play on main venues because this allegation has gotten there. It's just so, it's infectious, it's poison, and it's not true. None of this is true. This rape allegation is not true. That's what this video is about. This is me saying that I was there throughout the 3 or so, maybe it was like 3, probably 4 months, I don't know, of them being together. I'm like Kyle's fucking right hand man, and I'm not here to fucking say that Christine's a bad person. She, like, when we were all hanging out, like, I had great times with Christine. We were all good friends, and then this whole situation has just ruined relationships to where now I'm like, there's people in my city that I've been fine acquaintances with and friends with that I'm now like pissed off at them because they're coming out here and saying that my best friend, my brother, my friend Kyle is a rapist. To a situation that I saw the whole thing. Like, people, like, it's like you guys are all telling me that I'm a liar, and I'm not lying about this. I saw the whole thing. I would not be hanging out with Kyle if he raped Christine, and it would have been known. It would, if she would have called it right there. Christine's a strong woman that if she felt raped, the second that she felt it, she would have put him on blast. To me, this is all just because I don't know. I don't know why she's doing. I don't know why someone would do this. There's not a logical thing in my head, but it's I don't know. I think that's pretty much all I can say about this. I hope you take with what you can take and believe what you want to believe, and yeah, there it is.